Hi, I'm Mark from eReplacementParts.com. In this video, I'm going to show you how to replace the base plate on a Makita finishing sander. There are a couple of common problems you might encounter with the base plate on your sander. The holes can become worn where the sander mounts to the base plate. If the bearing goes out, it can actually melt this portion of the base plate. Fortunately, replacing the base plate is easy to do, and we're going to show you how. Base plates, along with many other parts, can be found on our website at eReplacementParts.com. Let's get started. We'll begin by removing the 4 screws that attach the sanding pad to the sander's base. Now remove the screw that secures the base to the rest of the sander. To do that, I'm going to use a screwdriver to keep the motor shaft from spinning while I remove the screw. Here I have our new base. The next step is to transfer all of the parts from the old base over to the new one. Here I'm pulling the pad O-rings. You'll want to inspect these and replace them as needed. Next, I'll remove the pad levers. Next, I'll remove the pad bearing. To do that, I'll use a socket that's the same size as the bearing's inner race. I'll place it on the race and then strike the socket with a mallet to remove the bearing. Now I can install the parts we removed onto the new base, starting with the pad bearing. This time I'll use a socket that's the same diameter as the outer race. And again, use a mallet to tap it in place. Now I'll reinstall the pad O-rings. And the posts. I want to make sure that I insert the posts securely into the O-rings. Now the pad levers. I thread the end of the lever through the opening on the base. And then the opposite side fits into this groove. And now I'll secure it with the screw. And I'll repeat this on the opposite side. Now I'll reinstall the motor assembly to the base assembly. The trick here is to make sure that we get all of the O-rings aligned with the posts, both on the base and the sander. Just want to take a minute and make sure everything lined up and is locked in place. I think that looks pretty good. Now I'll replace the counterweight and secure it with the screw. And again, I'll use a screwdriver when I do this to keep the counterweight and motor shaft from rotating. And we'll finish up by reattaching the sanding pad to the base of your sander. And now you know how to replace the base on a Makita finishing sander. If you found this video helpful, be sure to give us a thumbs up and leave a comment.